You had your hand up first?
Yeah.
Okay, did you? No, before you.
Too.
I think she had her hand up and you're after her, okay? 2 questions on this side, go ahead.
Well, I think my points have already been made. I have a 7-year-old, and half the time he goes to the park, he actually leaves because he calls them the teenagers, and it's very forbidding. They're not teenagers, they're 12, but you know, and it's really just there's not enough space. And maybe unlike Madison Square, I remember when I went to Madison Square, if you were anywhere close where you shouldn't be, some matron would come and ask you to leave, and I don't think there's the same amount of park supervision in Union Square.
Well, again, you just described at least two separate issues there. One is that, again, this plan was about creating a business in Union Square Park. It wasn't about expanding the amount of playground space. When we got involved, the city, with the Business Improvement District, were proposing expanding playground space in that park by 14%. 14%. Again, you don't have to, you can hate children to understand that doesn't make any sense. So again, we fought that, and we accomplished 2 of our 3 goals, but they could have vastly increased the size of that playground, but they didn't want to. That wasn't their priority. So you have a 7-year-old, very popular playground, as you know. It's only going to get more popular. You have elements that are so close to each other. So you have this orb, which is not for your 7-year-old.
No.
You have right. You have people. I mean, I've been there on probably about a dozen times. I cannot tell you how many kids I've seen get hurt there, because you have older kids jumping on that thing. You have your 7-year-old and your 4-year-olds crashing into each other. That's not even getting into that twirly thing.
Right.
So the conversations that I've been having with parents. I mean, I've just when the older kids come there, and again, it's not just the older kids, but we have nothing for them to utilize. We have nothing for them to play with. There is, on a few occasions, I have seen a playground attendant there, but they go home at 3 o'clock because of, again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When the kids show up.
So when the kids show up, right? And this is, again, part of the environment that we're dealing with here. You have a worker that comes from 7 to 3. At 3 o'clock, when the schools are getting out, bye-bye. And again, our budgets, and ad nauseum, we need people to start speaking up for our parks and our parks budgets, because we need human beings to work in these parks. So yes, we have issues of that, and then also, again, the design is not a good design. You have little space, and you're trying to cram in so much. The swings issue, if you ask a parent what the most popular play feature in a playground is, it's swings. What do? The Business Improvement District designs a playground that already had fewer swings that was in the old one. Okay. Then the city, in their infinite wisdom, they take out more swings. Again, you can't make this stuff up. But unfortunately, this is the situation that we're in. I'd obviously love to talk to you about it, because we need parents to speak up. And I cannot tell you.
I want to say it's still an improvement over the disgusting playground.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely, no, absolutely.
And no one is saying that. Question in the back. Is there a question?
Yes. I live in the neighborhood of Fifth Avenue 13th Street about 20 years. I remember before it's nearby the Bernie's Noble, the Union Square, right? Before has one basketball place. Teenager can play some basketball, roller skater, something. Because now I remember it's beginning as a green market coming. Each week about 4 days. Right? 4 days green market sell vegetable. I think that sometimes around the Union Square have a lot of supermarket, right? Whole Food or another supermarket, because the green market is 4 days of sale. So before it's basketball, a lot of teenagers play about roller skater, basket. So difference for teenagers. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's, again, as a park advocate, I'm on the Union Square board. I'm also the president of New York City Park Advocates. So, citywide, these are the issues that we're looking at. What you just described, I mean, I've photographed kids playing, basketball there, I've photographed kids playing baseball there, hockey, all this stuff. The people who designed the redesign was the business improvement district. It's not even the parks department. I mean, we had to embarrass the city for them to put their name on this project and take some responsibility for it, which they have now. At least you'll see the park leaf with the design. The issue is that, again, it wasn't designed for the needs of the community. It was business. When you're talking about the green market, that is a business. I mean, people love the green market, but it is a business. And in the last 20, 25 years, that community, as we all know, has changed dramatically. People were afraid to walk in that park for a long time. The residential component has expanded. It's off the charts now. But the design in our parks have not changed with the times, and that's the problem.
Are there any more questions about Paul? Yes, gentleman over there.
If I can make a comment, I'm from the Parks Department, and I just wanted to give you an update, stand in the lion's den, so to speak. We went from 5,000 square feet to 15,000.
That's incorrect. It's 8,000 square feet.
It's 5,000 to 15. We can measure it off at our own leisure.
Sir, I'm going to interrupt you right now because you don't come to our lion's den and give these facts in the way you are presenting them. That's inaccurate. It's 8,000 square feet. And you can tell Bill Castro that we embarrassed those numbers 5 years ago and they stopped using them. So it's 8,000 square feet. Continue.
You can say that, but we can go out there and take measures tonight.
Sure.
But if you let me finish, I'll give you some updates.
And I'll make you a great bet too.
You folks. In mid-June, they're going to put up a shade structure to cover up the dome that people are complaining about the heat. Does it get hot? Of course it gets hot. It's metal. Of course it's going to get hot. So we're going to provide a shade structure. I don't want to address, or do I need to address Brooklyn Bridge? That's not my purview.
You
Yes,
didn't introduce yourself. Can you give us
my name is George Croner, and I'm with Capital Projects at Olmsted Center. I manage the design contract that plotted through this great and grand neighborhood. The mountain needs a shade structure. We're going to put one in. It'll be there mid-June. Is there a problem with kids? Yes, and they're not 12-year-olds. They're high school kids. They're coming in from the high school, and they're kind of troubling the neighborhood. We've added a neighborhood, a playground associate. I don't know if that's going to solve our problems. I can't address that. Do we need more budget for parks? Of course we do. I'd love to see more budget for parks. I'm totally in agreement with you. I'm picking up on some of your words. Tiny. This playground is tiny. Part of the reason we can't bring accessibility to this is because we require ramps that run 30 feet. The playground's just not that big. Could it be better? Of course it could be better. But we've designed it with the best intent and the best technology that we have available to us. The whirly spinner that you call, the dish that we call, is it a problem? If it becomes a problem, the Parks Department will take it out. We tried to provide equipment that's going to provide excitement to kids. They don't want to go play skelly. They want to have exciting things to play on. We put a governor on the big dish that's on the west side. And this was prior to the playground opening. We said, this could be a problem. So we wrote to the manufacturer and called the manufacturer and said, help us. Give us a governor, because we noticed that the kids get underneath the thing and make it spin fast. I saw kids flying off the thing, and I said, you know what, we've got to change this. This is not good.
Why did you use a playground specialist to design the playground instead of a landscape designer?
You did use playground specialist.
This is the same designer that caused the problems in Brooklyn Bridge Park. We need playground specialists who deal with kids, not a landscape designer.
Okay.
I can't deal with Brooklyn Bridge. I'm not here to discuss Brooklyn
No, but
Bridge.
it's the same designer as Falkenberg.